Hello, and welcome to the Rankin Report for Sunday, January the 26th, 2025. Thank you for joining me today. From the book of Exodus, chapter 13, verses 18, and the first part of verse 19. 19a, you might say. When Pharaoh had let the people go, God did not lead them by the way of the land of the Philistines, even when that was nearer. For God said, "The people may change their minds when they see war and return to Egypt." So God led the people through the desert to get to the Red Sea. From the next chapter in Exodus, chapter 14, verses 5, 6, and verse 15, when the king of Egypt was told that the people had left, Pharaoh and his servants changed their minds about the people. They said, "What is this we have done? We have let Israel go from working for us." So he made his war wagon ready and took his people with him. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Why do you cry out to me? Tell the people of Israel to keep going." And finally, from Matthew, from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 7, verses 13 and 14, Jesus is speaking. "Enter through the narrow gate. For wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate, and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it." The newly freed Israelites could have arrived at the edge of Canaanite territory, the land promised by God to the descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, in only a few days. But that would mean taking them through the land of the Philistines, and although the Israelites were armed for war, which is the second part of verse 19 in chapter 13, God knew that war would almost certainly result, and the people were just not ready. So the Lord took them southeast to the Red Sea, which served his purposes better. He knew that Pharaoh, despite everything he had seen of God's power, would try one more time to get the Israelites back into slavery. The Israelites, seeing they were boxed in by the sea, were terrified. Moses told them to stand still and watch God wipe out Pharaoh's army. God would do that. But he had in mind the only way Israel could go, through the Red Sea, which of course would require another miracle from his hand. Keep going was his command. Strange as this may sound, I think sometimes people who are not necessarily believers can pick up that concept faster than believers do. Isaac Asimov, a very prolific writer of both science fact and fiction, and a 2-volume guide to the Bible, wrote a series of books called the Foundation series. The first book tells the story, or sets the story, of a galactic empire of humans far into the future, whose civilization was at its peak. But a psychologist and mathematician named Hari Seldon, applying mathematics to the behavior of large populations, saw that empire culture had grown static and was about to fall. After the fall would come a period of barbarism, which ordinarily would last for 30,000 years. So Selden and his fellow psychohistorians, as per the name of the science depicted in the tale, devised a plan that could stop neither the fall nor the barbarous period, but would carry the remnants to a new and greater empire in only 1,000 years. The plan involved taking 10,000 people, 100,000 people, to a remote planet far away from the center of the empire and keep them occupied while the fall of the empire began. Once they were informed, by a hologram of the long-dead Selden, of the truth of their situation, they found they could do nothing to change their situation, but were essentially to keep going. and let events shape themselves. They could not alter the path forward. They wouldn't even know details of the plan, but going forward took them through wars and elements the planners did not even foresee. But the plan kept them going. We, as a nation, are now in that place, though our situation is closer to what the Israelites faced than a fictional group of people in a far distant future. Donald Trump is the president again, and he's hard at work on what he promised. Great. But though he can do much, the president can't do it alone. Being the ultimate source of political power in the United States, we, the people, put Trump back into office. The course is now set, and there's no turning back from it. But unlike the first two groups, we have something we can do. He and all who come with him, the president and all who come with him, need our prayers, our support, and our voices. We must speak up to the Lord for those he has put back into office and for the culture and the covenant with the Lord we sought him out for. And we must speak up also to that culture that we are addressing and that we are seeking to change. The enemies of the Lord and his culture will still try to replant the tares they sowed the first time. Are you tired of paying so much for simple groceries that you consider taking out a loan? Speak up. Are you tired of the reckless government spending that has caused such inflation? Speak up. Had enough of your government supporting policies that are abhorrent to you? Speak up. Does it anger you that the government is giving more benefits, or used to at least give more benefits to illegal immigrants than its own veterans? Speak up. Fed up with a broken immigration system that permitted millions of illegals to pour into our country? Speak up. Truly concerned that tens, perhaps the hundreds of thousands of children have vanished without a trace from that system? Speak up. And are you really horrified over reports of what is happening to these innocent children now that they are in this country? For God's sake, speak up. The new government is making inroads. The new government is doing what it can, but give the government no rest, not even a friendly one. This is our part to bring about a renewal of the covenant our founders made with the Lord. Celebrate Liberation Day. Then let's get busy. The path is narrow, the gate is small, but there is only one path forward to life. Take it. Pray for the Great Awakening. No king but Jesus. Independence forever. And please continue to pray for those affected by the fires in California, which now have reportedly spread towards San Diego, and for those still homeless in Tennessee, North Carolina, and Florida. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem, and that the war and that the fighting would come to an end, and would come to an end in Ukraine. Keep this in prayer. Thank you for watching. That's the Rankin Report for Sunday, December 26, 2025. Don't forget to hit the like or share buttons or both, and the subscribe button for if you wish to see more of these videos. Thank you for watching. God bless you, and have a great day.